Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly love reading. What's going on this week for you in terms of love? And worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So what's this person thinking and feeling? So they want a new beginning. They want a new path, a new opportunity to open up between you both. There's definitely been some kind of ending here. The Ten of Swords could have been heartbreak, could have been like a tower moment, something shocking. Someone felt stabbed in the back. You may have both felt that way. You may have felt stabbed in the back by them, and then they felt stabbed in the back by you. It's definitely a feeling of abandonment on both sides is what I'm picking up on. Walking away, The world in reverse, that's turned this person's world upside down. The world in reverse also means unfinished business. So they feel like whatever's happening right now is not the conclusion. They feel like it's not meant to end this way. They feel as though that you are meant to have this renewal. They believe that things happened in order to create a major shift in the dynamic that you have with each other, because the past was just going in circles, it wasn't working out. So there's this deep feeling within them that they feel like there's so much potential between you both. They may feel as though they missed out on an opportunity, but at the same time they're realizing that so much has been learnt by you both, by what's happened, and this person's trying to make changes. You inspire me to be my best version. They're making changes and working towards our future to become what they need to become in order to pull their weight in the relationship or make their side of the connection work. They want to meet you halfway. They want to be like that infinity symbol, which is like what one person puts in mirrors back in the other. They want a balance, a give and take, because there was a Six of Pentacles in reverse, which is the opposite of that. This was an imbalance of give and take. Someone was putting in more effort than the other person was into trying to make this connection work. I feel like this is what this tower moment of separation was about, because maybe you wised up that this person was taking you for granted. They weren't putting in the equal effort. They may have been putting all their time and attention in a different direction or towards a different person, and you felt ignored, you felt abandoned, you felt stabbed in the back perhaps. And Nine of Cups in reverse, this is the wishes fulfillment card in reverse. You felt like the dreams of this relationship were shattered, and then they feel that way too. This person has some regrets. They're the Hermit energy right now. They're going inwards. They're learning from their mistakes. They're going on a new path, which is really powerful message, because the Hermit is about leaving the past behind, leaving the things that aren't serving them behind, and really going inwards on a deep way in order to have deeper epiphanies, to reach deeper enlightenment, deeper awakening. So they're going on this path inwards, and they have, I love this path. So this person may have taken your connection for granted in the past. To me, this is like about an awakening path that you share together. In my readings, I always talk about deep soul connections. So I feel like your connection fits into that. And if you're watching this, then you're watching it for a reason. It's about this connection you have with this person is about deep soul growth for both of you. But this person, they've learned from their mistakes. Like, they couldn't see things clearly in the past. Perhaps you were always there for this person. Perhaps there was this level of codependency between you. You were always there for them. They always believed that you would be there for them. Therefore, they felt comfortable with kind of procrastinating, or maybe you were making things a bit too comfortable for them in all different kind of areas. And often we evolve, often we transform and awaken through adversity. So it's almost like one of you was trying to make things too comfortable for the other person. Maybe you were there for them all the time, a shoulder to cry on, and they felt very comfortable in that. They felt like almost like the parent-child dynamic, which I mention quite often, but it's almost like you were creating this lovely, comforting nest for the baby bird, and then they were the baby bird feeling all protected or wrapped in cotton wool kind of thing. But at the same time, it was like you were wanting this person to step out of their comfort zone, but it's like the mama bird not wanting the bird to fly the nest, the baby bird to fly the nest kind of thing. You're wanting them to step into their power and become more independent so that they could be more courageous and, you know, work through their fears and be their true self. But at the same time, you're afraid of them flying the nest and never coming back. And what I'm saying now is like a channeled message that's coming through. So it's saying that some of you watching this wanted kind of like opposing things, and it was creating this opposing energy. So it's like that's why things were kind of staying the same. Partly you wanted this person to be brave and courageous, but you were trying to like keep them wrapped in cotton wool and trying to teach them this is how you become more confident, this is how you, but you weren't allowing them space to do that for themselves. You were kind of there for them too much. They became too dependent upon you, and they became very comfortable in that like nest that you'd created for them, that comfort zone. And then it's almost like deep down, some of the viewers watching this, some of you were afraid of this person becoming too independent of you in case they, like I said, flew away and never came back kind of thing. But then you're wanting them to step into their power, but they've needed this time and separation to really come into their power. So some kind of tower moment happened, something which turned the old dynamic completely on its head. A lot of feelings of betrayal. You know, you may have needed something extremely painful to really make you think, sod this, sod them, I'm going in my new direction, I'm forgetting all about you, you know. And that is what really made you let go, made you surrender, really gave them time and space and a feeling like they could no longer depend upon you because you weren't there anymore. But that's what they needed to really strengthen themselves and be kind of become what you needed them to be. So that's what's happening right now. They're realizing that, you know, and I'm not trying to imply that that's all your fault. You know, they needed to have healthy boundaries. They needed to tell you no, and some of them, that's what they did. They were pushing you away because they needed to grow on their own. It may have just felt like on the surface that they were rejecting you and they didn't love you, but this is a soul connection. In their soul, they needed to go in a different direction. They needed to push you away because, you know, the child needs to grow up on their own at some point kind of thing. Even though it sounds weird, I'm saying about the mother-child, but this is kind of like this dynamic that I'm seeing. So they needed to push you away so that you would let go. So then they could almost have this fear that they've lost you. So then they grow on their own. And then you've learnt a lot of things through that as well. I love this path. You know, they want to keep going on this path of healing now, you know. They miss what you had, but I feel like there is an understanding that whatever's happened had to happen for you both to grow because you've become too dependent on each other. I just want to be happy. Does she still love me? You know, they're worried that you don't. but you do still love them. And I'm working towards our future. So I feel like they always were, in their own way, kind of working towards your connection. But it's, like I said, there was an unhealthy dynamic where you couldn't fully work on healing yourself when you were too focused on them, and they couldn't work on themselves when they were too focused on you and your connection as well. So there's a new beginning happening. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So new beginnings. Going on this new path, as you're becoming independent within yourselves as individuals, I feel like doors of opportunity are opening up for both of you. And that's what your soul needs. But very soon, I feel as though you'll be reconnecting with this person. And it is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So yeah, there was a divine soul contract here where you both needed to heal the abandonment wound, is what I'm feeling, by becoming more independent. Because as soon as you met, I feel like there was this codependency between you very quickly. So this worth waiting for. That does not mean put your life on hold. It means going down your own individual paths, living your life. Sometimes we have to really let go of the idea of being with someone in order to really be free to live our lives and open up all doors of new opportunity. And that's true surrender. So if you're always constantly got one foot in this door of this relationship, then you still can't fully move forward. So you're holding on like a bit too tightly still. So this sounds corny, but whatever is meant for you will return to you. If not, then it wasn't meant for you. So let's look into these messages here. What's this person currently thinking and feeling? I mean, very soon, they want a new beginning with you, basically. But heart on. To me, this is saying that their heart is switched on. This is their intuition has awakened. But also this is about getting aroused based on feelings of love. So they feel a lot of desire, a lot of passion for you, but it is based in love as well. Leap of faith. So yeah, this person very soon, and that's over, I just want to be happy. They feel like their happiness is within your connection, being with you. So very soon, they want to take a leap of faith in order to have that new beginning with you. Yeah, taking action. Leap of faith, taking action. Very soon, they will take action to create that new beginning where it's more balanced. It's more that you're equals. It's no longer the parent-child kind of codependent dynamic. So 2 have come out here. Tower moment and you're my world. So yeah, like I said, there was a tower moment. And I do feel it's because there was too much codependence